Good morning, boys and girls. It's story time. So let's get ready to listen to a good story. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. This is how we listen, this is how we listen at story time, It's Laterno Spirit Week, and our theme is compassion. What is compassion? Well, compassion simply is your feeling of love for somebody else, and you show compassion by doing something nice for somebody that you care about, and you show acts of kindness. The story I'm going to read today is called Looking After Louis, and we're going to find out about how a new kid that came to a school has shown compassion. All right, looking after Louis. There is a new boy at school. His name is Louis. Louis sits next to me, and I look after him. He's not quite like the rest of us. Sometimes I wonder what he's thinking about. He often just sits there and stares at the wall. If I ask him what he's looking at, he repeats, looking at, and then just keeps on looking. I show him my pictures. And I say, try these crayons, Louis. He says, try these crayons, Louis. Then he draws very carefully. So I say, that's good. But I don't know what his pictures are about. Em and I look after Louis at recess. He runs in and out of the boys' soccer games with his arms out like a ballet dancer. Right there. Em and I thought he was playing soccer at first, but he wasn't. He just likes running inside the game. The boys get mad, but Louis doesn't even notice. Sometimes Miss Owley says, no soccer allowed today. And the soccer players stand around and they don't know what to do. Then boys and girls play together for a change. Last no soccer day, we let our friend Sam get on the big tire with us. He wobbled, but we didn't laugh. Louis was standing really still, just watching, and I called out, do you want to come on the tire, Louis? Louis said, come on the tire, but he didn't move. He's right over here, he's watching. Louis sometimes talks in the wrong place. Yesterday, Miss Owley said, sit up straight, everybody. Louis said, sit up straight, everybody. We all laughed because he sounded just like Miss Owley. She wasn't angry, though. Neither was Mrs. Kumar, who sits by Louis and helps him. They would have been angry if Em or Sam or I had just done that. At recess this morning, Sam was showing off his new soccer ball. Here's Sam with his ball. Miss Kumar said, Sam has magic feet. Louis watched Sam's feet closely. Sam said, do you want to play the game, Louis? Louis said, game, Louis. Sam dribbled the ball all around the playground, and Louis ran after him. Sam passed the ball to Louis. Louis didn't get it, but Sam kept going, and Louis chased it with his arms out. Other boys joined in. If Louis's foot even touched the ball, Sam shouted, great game, Louis. Louis almost smiled. Look at that. They're including him in the game of soccer. That's nice, showing kindness. Louis drew a picture all afternoon. Every time he used a different color. He said, "Great game." When he used every color, he stopped. I said, "Show it to Miss Owley," and took him to her desk. I said, "I think Louis's picture is about soccer." Mrs. Owley looked carefully. "Let's ask the expert," she said. So they went and got Sam. Sam looked at Louis's picture. Then he said, "That's the game. That's you. That's me. That's the ball," Louis said. Just then the sun shone in through the classroom window. Sam said, "Louis, can you and I go outside and practice soccer again, Miss Owley?" Miss Owley's eyes crinkled up. She said, "Would you like to play soccer, Louis?" Miss Kumar started to take off her apron and put on her coat. I think she knew what Louis would say. "Play soccer," said Louis. Miss Owley smiled at Mrs. Kumar. "How did we guess?" she said. Sam and Louis whooshed out of our classroom like water down a drain. Miss Kumar followed them. She had a ball in her pocket already. And here's a little girl going, "You never let us play outside when it's not recess," I said. Miss Owley was smiling, but I wasn't, not even one little bit. I put my hands on my hips. "Sam and Louis are lucky ducks today, Miss Owley," I said. Miss Owley's eyes twinkled, and she got dimples in both her cheeks. "So they are," she whispered. "What do you think about that?" She looked at me as if she expected my answer to be very wise. So I thought extra hard. I whispered back, "I think we're allowed to break some of the rules for special people." Miss Owley put her fingers to her lips and nodded, a tiny little nod that nobody saw. We peeked through the classroom window at Sam and Louis's great game, and I felt special too. The end. That was a nice story that showed how you can be kind when somebody new comes to school, and maybe they're not the same as you, and we need to show everyone a little bit of compassion, just like Sam did. And it was kindness and a special game of soccer that helped him join in and be part of their classroom. Have a good day, boys and girls. We'll see you later. Bye.